To acquire some money, Kunisaki Yukito, a starving guy, performs a puppet show for some school children, but they refuse to tip him and flee after kicking the puppet. Nearby, he notices the stunning cameo Misuzu. She brings him a drink, but after tasting it, he throws it. Yukito suddenly realizes that his puppet is missing. When they return, they discover it on the sand. She invites him to stay with her and brings him home where she feeds him dinner. Yukito aids Cameo in doing her homework. After asking him a few questions, Cameo's mother lets him stay when she gets home. Yukito performs a puppet show for them. Haruko, Cameo's mother, urges him to look after Cameo. The dog steals his puppet when Yukito sends Cameo off to school the following morning. He stumbles into the water while chasing the dog. A girl, Kirishima Kano, returns his puppet to him, who also assists him in emerging from the water. Cameo is cautioned by Yukito not to use the word gao. They run into Tono Minaji, a classmate of Cameo's, and Michiru as they are blowing bubbles. Michiru and Yukito beat each other. Yukito is informed by Cameo that she often thinks of the sky and believes that that is where her other half resides. According to Yukito's mother, who passed away without giving him any additional information, there is a girl with wings on the other side of the sky, he tells Cameo. Yukito receives a teddy bear from Haruko. She inquires about Cameo and wants him to be her constant companion. The following morning, Cameo and Yukito share a meal and Yukito drives her to school where he tries to do a puppet show, but the students reject him and flee. He is given a job by Kirishima Hijiri. The woman who Yukito assists in loading her bags rewards him with candies. A young girl playing with Yukito's teddy bear receives candy from him. Yukito is informed by Cameo that she had a dream in which she was flying. He receives a lunchbox from Haruko for Kano. Kano informs him that once she reaches adulthood, she can wield magic. She gives Yukito some cash. Cameo wants to play with Yukito, so they head to the shrine. The two continue to play until Yukito learns that it is Cameo's birthday today. A man offers him a cake outside in exchange for performing a puppet show, so he goes there. He delivers the cake to Cameo's house. They observe Kano moving in the direction of the shrine while her body is emitting light. When Kano, who was walking in sleep, suddenly fell to the ground, Yukito hugged her. Kirishima Hijiri saw them and assumed they were romantically involved, but Yukito clarifies that she had misunderstood. When Yukito went to their home to pick up his pay, he overheard them talking about him. He crawls and mews like a cat. After learning about Kano's other personality, Yukito is concerned for her. When Cameo inquires about the cause of his grief, he remains silent. Kano is questioned about the night before as well, but she is unable to recall anything. When Kano's dog Potato goes missing, Yukito helps her find it. He talks to her about his mother and the girl in the sky. When Yukito can use magic, Kano informs her that she will meet her mother. Additionally, she assures Yukito that she will track down the girl in the sky. Cameo explains to Yukito that one of the reasons she enjoys dinosaurs is that they live a long time. Tono is seen by Yukito watching a puppet show once more, and she offers him some cash. He learns from Tono that she once saw a similar girl in one of his childhood books. Yukito is told by Hijiri that Kano has gone missing from the house once more. She is located in the shrine where she is standing and murmuring after extensive searching. She turns and chokes him as Yukito is holding her. After attempting to strangle Yukito, Kano collapses. Hijiri relates to them that she once visited a temple and placed a white feather in her hand. Following that, she began to drool and utter incomprehensible words as she walked. Kano once attempted to cut her wrist, but Hijiri bound a bandana around her wrist and told her that she would be able to use magic once she was an adult. Kano hears Hijiri talking. She seems dejected, so Yukito calls her. She claims that the woman she was speaking to was a character in her dream. Kano informs Yukito in a note that she will be meeting the girl he is looking for in the skies. Her wrist is bleeding when they locate her in the shrine. A flash of light appears as soon as Yukito places the white wing on Kano's chest. Shiraho, a woman from the past, introduces herself and begins her tale. Everyone thought her first child's wrist bruise, which they saw on him, was foreboding. She left that village and moved to another village after her husband was killed in battle. There was soon a pandemic, and many people thought that they were to blame. She was asked by the priest to give up her child to save the villagers. She gave herself in place of her child since she was unable to do it. Kano thanks her mother when she sees her in the dream. Kano awakens as the white dazzling feather vanishes. Her wrist bruise vanishes as well, and the bandana flies away. It's Yukito's dream. Even though summer had arrived, he heard his mother complaining that she was powerless to do anything. In the morning, Kamio wakes him up and tells him about her dream in which she was floating upward. Because Kamio has not arrived, he travels to Tono to inquire about her. Both Michiru and Yukito are unwilling to give up first as they pull each other's cheeks. He receives a bottle of stardust and an envelope from Tono. She also reveals to him that the astronomy club only has her as a member. She admits that Michiru likes him. Tono's mother welcomes them into her house after he drops her off there. The fact that she keeps calling Michiru amazes Yukito. As soon as they begin playing cards, Kamiya breaks down in tears. Haruko reveals that she has struggled with mental health issues ever since she was a young child. He continues to walk with Yukito and from school even after she decides to leave the house. Kamio admits that Haruko is her aunt and not her mother. He goes to Tono's house where Tono reveals that her mother tells Yukito she doesn't have a daughter because she believes her two daughters don't exist. Tono was close to her father and Michiru was supposed to be close to her, but after having a dream, Tono's mother began to believe that her second child had passed away before being born. Tono serves breakfast to Yukito and Kamio shares with him her latest dream. Additionally, Tono reveals to him that she had a dream about her father. On asking Yukito, she tells that her father has another wife. She chooses to stay with her mother despite his promise to take her out of the city and travel the globe with her. She sobs as she hugs her mother. Yukito is informed by Michiru that she is only a part of Tono's dream and is not real. She explains to him that she took on the form of Tono's unborn sister to support her during her difficult time, but now Tono is content and has acquired new friends she is no longer required. He is informed by Michiru that she will be disappearing. As she welcomes Yukito to her house and explains how she met Michiru, Tono's mother serves them food. Knowing her name makes her happy. Michiru tells Tono to be joyful before disappearing. Tono expresses her gratitude and accepts the pledge to release the girl with wings from depressing dreams. She waves goodbye while laughing and crying before disappearing. Tono resolves to visit her father after receiving a letter from him the following morning. She meets her stepsister when she arrives at her father's house. She is similar to Michiru. Kamio is found unconscious in the home. Kamio is put to bed by Yukito, who requests that she relax. He reads her diary entry about her everyday activities with Yukito. He suggests that she put her demands in writing. He invites Kamio to go with him and collect shells at the seashore. Yukito assures her she will be taken to the beach. Yukito questions Haruko when she returns home about why she adopted Kamio if she didn't want to love her. Haruko informs him that she didn't want her and that Kamio's wish was for them to be together. She also explains to him that because she put distance between herself and Kamio, they can share a home. When Yukito thinks back to his mother's account of the girl, he believes it to be Kamio. He tries to inform Haruko of it, but she ignores him and departs on a trip. After breakfast, Yukito leads Kamio to the water. She struggles to walk and is unable to go to the water. She reveals to Yukito that the girl with the white wings appears in her nightmares. She is unable to even stand or move. Yukito falls after feeling a jab in the back. On his back, he can see a scar. He informs Kamio that he will be leaving her soon because if they stay together, neither of them will survive. He remembers how his mother gave him a puppet cool in which her unfulfilled wishes were kept. She advises him to save the White Wings girl. Again, he performs a puppet show and comes back to Kamio. A boy named Ryuya is assigned to protect a girl, Kana. When Iraha, Kana's caretaker, arrives, Ryuya and Kanavi are conversing. Then, as it is summer, Iraha provides ice for them. Following that, Ryuya and Iraha discuss Kanavi with one another. Another guard is sent to watch over Kana at night, but he is quite hesitant to approach the girl. Ryuya is informed of Kana's dream. It is agreed that Kanabi will relocate to the shrine to spread the word to defend and help this nation. Kana is someone who Ryuya and Uraha do not want to lose. Kana is urged by Ryuya to ask him to take her to her mother. When they suddenly realize they have been surrounded while sprinting in the rain when Ryuya kills a guard to save himself and Kana becomes enraged. They spend several days and nights wandering through forests and mountains. They witness folks dancing around the fire one day. When they get to the holy mountain, monks stop them and inform them that women are not permitted there. When Ryuya engages in combat with them, one of the monks stabs him. They resume their journey toward the holy mountain where Kana's mother is held captive. Kana's mother stops them when they get there. White wings with light-spreading patterns appeared on Kana's back when Uraha removed her dress. Because Kana's body is polluted, Kana's mother orders them not to touch her. When Uraha overcomes the obstacles, they can free her. On the journey back, they are ambushed and Kana's mother is hurt by arrows, but she is still able to slay all the warriors due to the power of her wing. Before passing away, Kana's mother wants Kana to live a regular life devoid of the ability to fly. She also counsels Ryuya to leave her body where it is and to refrain from touching it. Kana abruptly removes her dress and her wings emerge. Ryuya tries to stop her, but she ignores him and flies. As she is being attacked by monks, monks begin cursing Kana. Kana is told to soar higher to escape the monks' curse by Ryuya, but eventually she is hit by them and vanishes. Ryuya is informed by Uraha that Kana's voice can be heard. A priest named Shitoki claims that winged people were employed in warfare and that Kana was the last winged person left in the world when Ryuya was carried away by monks. What kind of dreams Kana is having are revealed by Uraha to Ryuya. She also informs him that he only has 1 year left to live and that Kana's curse will break one day, causing her to go through the cycle again. Additionally, she counsels Ryuya to have a child to save Kana. After Ryuya, they both decide to conceive a kid that will save Kana. Perhaps their child will be named Yukito. Kamio picked up a black crow on the day when she met Yukito first time. Crow received the name Sora from Kamiya, but her mother disapproved. During Potato's arrival there, Kamiya left it outside and went into the school. When Sora saw Potato, he was startled and went into the classroom. As soon as the students began shouting to see it, Kirishima Kano caught it. Kamiya lamented the fact that no one would play with her this summer. She then approached Yukito, who was lying on the sand. While they are away, Kamiya requests that Sora take care of the house. Outside the house, Haruko discovers Sora and she brings it to the shrine. She informs Sora that Kamio is her sister's child. Sora believes it has come across Yukito somewhere. Tono locates Sora and converses with it. Sora flies, so she tries to take it to the station where she used to live. Sora is informed by Kamiya that she desires to reside with Yukito. When Haruko asks Yukito why she adopted Kamiya, he is upset by her behavior. She promises to have a child with Kamiya. After he leaves the house, Yukito tells Kamiya to be brave, but she passes out. Sora is there for her when she awakens. Yukito's reincarnation, Sora claims that he was once a human. Sora abruptly vanishes and Yukito shows up and hugs Kamiya. He counsels doing her best to accomplish her aim before vanishing. Kamiya becomes aware that Yukito was the subject of her dream. She exits, but Haruko catches her. She can't recall who Haruko is because her memory is failing. Haruko helps Kamiya to the bed when she stumbles. Kamiya doesn't respond to her attempts to care for her despite her desire. She is aware that if she tries to be Haruko's buddy, she will get sick. The following day, they have a lot of conversation while Haruko shortens Kamiya's hair. Kamiya wants to accompany Haruko to the summer festival and beach. The following morning, when Haruko awakens, Kamiya doesn't recognize her. She feels good when Haruko pushes her outside in a wheelchair. She is unable to identify her father, Kisuk. Haruko declines his offer to take her with him. Haruko begs him to give her 3 days so she can stay with her after they argue. Kamiya refuses to go back home even though Haruko wants to take her to the beach. Haruko is enraged by this and abandons the woman in the middle of the road. Kamiya tries to turn around, but she trips and collapses. Haruko regrets what she did. She tends to her needs and feeds her by hand. After 3 days, Kisuk arrives to take her, but Kamiya rejects her father's offer to accompany her. Haruko is informed by Kamiya that her wings hurt. She recalls Yukito's admonition that Kamiya would pass away after witnessing her last dream. She prevents her from falling asleep so that she won't dream. She presents Kamiya with a dinosaur toy for her birthday as she had previously been unable to do so. Haruko is informed by Kamiya that she witnessed a flying dinosaur last night. In the dream, she also had white wings. Kamiya informs her that she needs to leave so that she can keep her vow as they both step outdoors. Their enjoyment has only begun, so Haruko asks her to continue. While curled up on Haruko's lap, Kamiya declares that she has arrived where she has always wished to be. She gives Haruko her gratitude before closing her eyes and leaving him in tears. She has shown Haruko how to live, so she asks her to stay. Kazuki hears the entire story from Haruko how they both lived. She claims that she thinks she is her mother. She decides that she wants to live with family, so she quits her job and enrolls in a daycare center. She advises Sora to use its wings to fly. As Yukito's reincarnation, Sora considers Kamiya and decides to embark on a journey to find her. While in the air, it promises to bring her back someday to celebrate the new beginning. Yukito's mother speaks to him about his memories of stars.